This is our countdown of the top 10 best PlayStation 4 games in 2016 so far. There have been quite a bit of great games this year already for Sony's console, from highly anticipated games to unique indie titles. There's something for everyone on this list. Without further ado, let's get right into this with number 10. Number 10, Firewatch. Campo Santo's debut title came with a bit of a mixed reaction. Firewatch is a game with an excellent visual style, a unique story, and amazing voice acting. The gameplay is pretty limited, but exploring the vibrant world of Firewatch is pretty enjoyable. However, the game does suffer due to its short length. An average playthrough can be completed in under 4 hours, and not only that, the ending of the game leaves a lot to be desired. However, if you're a fan of story-driven adventure games, Firewatch is a good game despite its shortcomings.
Light another firework and it won't be your stereo I wreck.
Oh, fuck you, psycho!
Yeah, fuck you!
Number 9, Unravel. A lot of times you hear gamers harp on the bigger publishers for not putting out anything unique and different. Well, that's exactly what EA did earlier this year by publishing Unravel. The game follows Yarny, a creature made of yarn. Unravel is a platformer where you have to use the yarn on Yarny's body to solve various puzzles and traverse the world. The game isn't perfect, some of the mechanics need a bit more polishing, and it does start getting a bit repetitive. Still, the game is an absolute breath of fresh air, and for that, you should at least give it a look. Number 8, Far Cry Primal. Far Cry has been getting a bit stale, so Ubisoft's idea to freshen up the series was to make a game in the Stone Age, removing all of the traditional Far Cry gunplay and vehicles in favor of what would be used in that time period with weapons such as clubs and axes. The game has a lot of different elements than previous Far Cry games, but you can still tell this is Far Cry. Mechanically, the game plays similarly, and the world's map is very reminiscent of Far Cry 4. If you've never enjoyed the Far Cry games, Primal probably won't win you over, but if you're a longtime fan looking for the series to try something different, Primal will probably be for you. Number 7, Gravity Rush Remastered. Gravity Rush was one of the best games on the PlayStation Vita. It had innovative gameplay, a gorgeous world, and a terrific art style. It was by no means perfect, but there's a lot of great aspects of Gravity Rush. Earlier this year, the game was released on the PlayStation 4 in the form of a remastered edition, now running at 1080p and 60 frames per second with better textures. It included art gallery and all of the DLC content. Gravity Rush Remastered is by far the definitive version of the game. The game also transitioned very well onto the DualShock 4 controller. Gravity Rush 2 is coming soon to the PlayStation 4, so now wouldn't be a bad time to play the first game. Number 6, Tom Clancy's The Division. The Division was one of the most anticipated games in all of this generation. The game was announced back at E3 of 2013, that's before the PlayStation 4 was even released. Did the game live up to the hype? That's hard to say. However, The Division is a very good multiplayer game. You should not try to play it as a single player game, it's not a very good one, but the multiplayer elements are very well done. The game features a fantastic recreation of New York City with an attention to detail. The Division is a very polarizing game, but if you're looking for a multiplayer experience to get invested into, there's a lot to like in the game. Number 5, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Licensed video games, especially anime games, have never been known for their exceptional quality. However, Naruto Storm has been one of the most consistent game series of the last decade. Not to say that the games are amazing and the most intricate fighting games ever, but the developers understand who their audience is and create a game that's catered for them. The Naruto Storm games are casual friendly and very accessible. The story mode is filled with epic moments, although if you don't know the Naruto story, it's not gonna make a lot of sense. And with Storm 4 featuring the biggest roster of characters across all of Naruto, the game is by far the most robust the series has ever seen. For Naruto fans, Storm 4 is a must-own, and for those looking for a casual fighter, give the game a look. Number 4, The Witness. The Witness was developed by Tekla Inc., a studio headed by Jonathan Blow. Blow was also behind one of the best indie games of all time in Braid. The Witness is a 3D environmental puzzle game with a lush and vibrant world, and the puzzles are masterfully designed. Yes, the game does have a steep learning curve, but finishing the puzzles is so incredibly rewarding. The narrative does leave a bit to be desired, and the fact that the game is $40 is going to turn some people off, but for a game like this, a price like that is easily worth it.
Through the legend, the sun.
Number 3, Salt and Sanctuary. Salt and Sanctuary is a 2D action RPG that's heavily inspired by the Souls games. Featuring an awesome 2D hand-drawn art style, in the game you play as a sailor shipwrecked on an island, and you're tasked to fight against the hostile creatures. The game is very challenging, and while there's a lot of resemblance to Souls, the developers put their own spin on it, and at the end of it, it comes out as its own game. There are times that you will be very frustrated, but that really just comes with the territory. For Souls fans, Salt and Sanctuary is a must-buy. Number 2, Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank was one of the most popular franchises on the PS2 and the PS3, but it was absent for a while on the PlayStation 4. But finally, we got a new game. Kind of. Ratchet and Clank isn't entirely a brand new game, it's a remake of the first game. Don't think of it as just an HD remastering either, because it's not that at all. The game was built ground up for the PlayStation 4 and visually looks absolutely stunning. The gameplay is as great as ever, from the platforming to the insane weapons, and whether you're a longtime Ratchet and Clank fan or you're just getting into the series, the game really caters towards everyone and stands up to be one of the best PS4 exclusives thus far.
Oh boy, that's not good. Looks like the Blarg have reached the city.
Looks like the Puffboys are giving them a run for their money.
We won't be able to reach my friend until the ground troops are cleared out.
We're on it. Stay here and keep safe.
And finally, number 1, Dark Souls 3. Who would have thought that 2009's Demon's Souls would end up spearheading one of the most successful gaming franchises of the last decade, but that's exactly what happened. Now comes From Software's latest, Dark Souls 3, arguably the pinnacle of the series. Technically, the game looks outstanding and the frame rate holds up well for the most part on the PS4. They've blended the Souls gameplay, but also made it a bit faster, similarly to Bloodborne. At this point, I think everyone has at least played a Dark Souls game, and some may not have the patience for it. But for fans of the games, From Software has delivered something amazing with Dark Souls 3. From the mechanics to the aesthetics, all of it is very well done. So that wraps up our top 10 best PlayStation 4 games of 2016 so far. What do you think? Do you agree with our list? Disagree? Did we forget a game? Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye.